Hello YouTube, it is Devann Edwards aka Devann the Connector, bringing you health, wealth and connections to your greater self. So today our theme will be wealth and how to think in the mindset of value creation, because value creation is key, but many of us don't really understand why or implement why. Value creation is key because in this society, in our economy, there's a lack of self-esteem, a lack of applied knowledge and directed knowledge, and our perspective usually determines our action. But if we're not put in the right frame or perspective of the idea of value creation, then we're never going to act upon it in the ways we can. And the many ways we can create value, or there's three main ways where we can create value, and that is through goods, services, and experiences. So goods can be physical resources, could be having a coffee shop, or could be having a book that you sell, or any food, beverages, or what it may be. A services may be in the form of a digital product, the form of a course, the form of just creating a platform for other people to thrive. And experiences could be just like creating videos where you're sharing your not only good or bad experiences, but experiences that relate to a topic and relate to your target audience or whoever you feel to communicate this message through. So that's why in terms of experiences, for example, with me, I seek to create an experience through connecting with not only myself, but expressing my connection with myself to everyone else through my poetry, or just everyday talking with people within my network. And in terms of thinking in the mindset of value creation, it also goes hand in hand into our perception of financial freedom. Because we all say we want financial freedom, but we need to. But then we sometimes feel like, oh, we don't have enough money to achieve that goal. But often we need to realize that it doesn't take money to make money. It takes value. And when money is not the primary reason or excuse of why we do or do not do something, then that is the embodiment of financial freedom. When money is not the primary reason or excuse of why we do or do not do something, meaning there should be a greater purpose to why we are sharing a goods, services, and experiences. It's a form of exchange. Exchange creates wealth. And the more we exchange that which we would do if we did or did not want to make money from, then we'll be on track in terms of creating more value. And then the wealth will just come as a byproduct, because money is the byproduct of creating value. And again, it just lies within our consistency to do that, our consistency. And on the topic of value creation, I would also like to share perspective or share an experience in which we can better understand how to provide value, how to create value. And I often have a purpose to communicate that through my spoken word poetry. And I have a piece called We Are Legacy, which I will perform to help you to get an idea and a perspective of understanding your power, having the confidence to provide Seek some goods or services or experiences that you can provide. Write it down, okay? So another tip in terms of how to think in the mindset of value creation is to understand this simple phrase. Do what you know and think you can do, okay? Do what you know and think you can do. So again, that comes in a sense where you have to evaluate your strengths and weaknesses. Okay? And you could do is create a list and brain dump your strengths or weaknesses and what you want to create value from. So list what you know and you think you can do, and that will give you the basis for value creation. And when you kind of walk into that motion of creating value, or that motion and that mindset of creating value, then you're on the right track. Okay. So before I perform my poem, We Are Legacy, what I would like you guys to do: like, share, and subscribe if you appreciate this information that I've been giving you. Hit that notification button, okay? And in the description below, you can check any any other videos that relate to this content as well, in terms of wealth and connections, okay? So this is Devann Edwards, aka Devann the Connector, bringing you health, wealth, and connections to your greatest self. Enjoy the video and have a great day. So here is the book that I'll be reading from. This is my book that I was collaborating with an amazing poet named Namusa Okori, which you can check out on Instagram as well. And the book is called Insight, and I'll be reading my poem, We Are Legacy. Hope you enjoy. We are legacy. Legacy, legacy, path of serenity. Regardless of what we study, it's where we should all be. Yet when you say and behave like it's not possible, you're saying that you don't want it. But that makes you walkers who are dead and just want crisps. People only comprehend what they would do or are willing to do. So pick up your success shoes. Abundance is our birthright. Not all of us were birthed right. Get out of your feelings and get into your history. Would you rather the sunken place or ancient mysteries with major keys and a legacy income with multiple streams? We are enough. And yes, it may be rough, but are we looking for what's fun or fundamental? Because often we fail to fund our mental, and personal development plans are just rental. We get them, forget them, forfeit the match, rather than use the match to keep our candles burning with desire and unwavering spirits to grow. And not just grow for show. Grow rich and realize I create happiness. Educate yourself about yourself. Ask ourselves, how do we profit from our currency? Let's make a long list. Because ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is poverty and tragedy of a poor mind's wish. Internally, we know where the problems be. Lauryn Hill knew that miseducation fuels a diseased economy, and Diddy said entrepreneurship is the cure. Yet some of us are like empty deodorant. We're not sure. Marcus Garvey said, if you have no confidence in self, you are twice defeated in the race of life. And in this revolution, there's a resolution. So which way will we run? Run poor and pass over opportunities repeatedly? Let's open up our minds to the equation of excellency, because we We can build across networks with hungry, like-minded individuals and circulate residuals because we are legacy. Thank you.